No let up on hurricane season just yet. Weeks after major storms caused so much destruction in Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico and beyond, the Gulf Coast is bracing for yet another possible hurricane. Tropical storm Nate is making its way toward the Gulf of Mexico. Forecasters say it could strengthen and make landfall as a hurricane this weekend. As you can see there, the cone of uncertainty anywhere from eastern Louisiana, all of South Mississippi, and parts of lower Alabama. Let's even into the Florida panhandle for that matter. Let's get to our chief meteorologist, Rick Reichmuth, in the Extreme Weather Center. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, right now, Central America is taking a walloping from this. A lot of moisture with this, a lot of mountainous terrain right across here. And because of that, we're looking at some pretty significant flooding. This is a future radar in the short term. Center of it is actually over land right now, so no strengthening going. And it's going to move back out here across parts of the Western Caribbean, maybe make a second little bit of kind of a landfall or interact with land here across the Yucatan before getting back in towards the Gulf. And that's where we'll likely see some more strengthening. In the short term, Shepard, a lot of moisture here for Central America, some spots maybe to 20 inches. That'll cause some landslides and certainly some localized flooding right here.
Hey, Rick, what should people across the Gulf be prepared for now?
Yeah, so a lot of our models are keeping this at kind of a strong tropical storm, a couple of models getting it towards a hurricane strength. None of the models making this a major hurricane, which is a very important thing to note. October, though, still a really active time, especially for the Gulf and the Caribbean. That's usually where we see storms form. We're going to see rain here, but it's going to be moving so fast that I think the rainfall totals will be kept down a little bit, probably some 4 to 8 inch range, which will cause certainly some flooding. The bigger question will be how much wind do we get going once it's back here out over the Gulf. The Gulf is plenty warm at this time, but there's likely going to be some wind shear to break this thing apart. The two models that we rely on most, pretty good agreement here, somewhere around Louisiana, maybe over towards Mississippi or the Alabama coastline. Because of that, our cone is actually fairly narrow at this point. A lot of the model in pretty good agreement. Whether we get to that hurricane status or not remains to be seen. We'll certainly have, it looks like, a strong tropical storm here right across parts of the Gulf. That's going to be Saturday night into Sunday. Weekend, certainly a bad weekend. We'll see that localized flooding right there. Hopefully, though, we'll avoid any kind of a major hurricane from this one, Shep.
Certainly hope so. Rick Reichmuth, thank you.
You bet.